A Journey from Barbados to Marseille, France. Podcast episode 277 by Dr. William Anderson Gittins, DD. Copyright 2026, ISBN 9798 90383 2699. Welcome to episode 277 of Architectural Wonders and the Chronicles They Tell. I am Dr. William Anderson Gittins, DD, broadcasting from the beautiful island of Barbados. Today's episode explores two iconic buildings steeped in rich cultural and historical significance: the Basilica Notre Dame de la Garde in Marseille, France, and the Clifton Hall Great House in St. John, Barbados. These monuments reveal distinct societal values, histories, and architectural styles that reflect their unique context. While Clifton Hall embodies Barbados's colonial past and the exploitation linked to the plantation system, Notre Dame de la Garde represents civic pride and religious devotion in southern France. Throughout this episode, we will examine these structures through their architectural symbolism, historical backgrounds, and design features. Gittins 2026. The Clifton Hall Great House was constructed during the sugarcane plantation era in Barbados and exemplifies colonial plantation architecture. Its pink facade, Georgian-style windows, grand arches showcase strong European, primarily British, influences from the colonial period. Mahon 2012. This mansion stands as a stark reminder of the transatlantic slave trade and the forced labor of African people on Barbadian plantations. Wright 2015 argues that plantation residences such as Clifton Hall were designed intentionally to reinforce social hierarchies and symbolize European settler superiority. For contemporary Barbadians, Clifton Hall retains complex meanings. It serves as a site for cultural memory and patriotism despite its colonial associations. As I've noted, Gittins 2026, commemorative monuments on the property reclaim historical memory and strike a balance between acknowledging Barbados's colonial past and affirming post-independence cultural identity. Thus, the Great House functions as a locus of reflection on both the hardships imposed by colonization and the resilience ingrained in the nation's history. Basilica Notre Dame de la Garde. Located at the top of a hill overlooking Marseille and the Mediterranean Sea, the Basilica Notre Dame de la Garde was constructed between 1853 and 1864 in the Neo-Byzantine style. Its distinctive stripped facade and commanding hilltop presence merge Byzantine and Romanesque architectural influences to create a monumental landmark. Lamon 2009. Crowning the basilica is a prominent statue of the Virgin Mary, which symbolizes protection, especially for sailors navigating the sea, while the basilica's sheer size underscores civic pride and religious devotion. Le Monde 2009 highlights how Notre Dame de la Garde intertwines spiritual faith with Marseille's cultural identity, functioning both as a sanctuary and a repository of communal memory. The basilica exemplifies how monumental architecture can articulate collective values, preserve historical continuity, and affirm local heritage. Comparing the structures. Although Clifton Hall and Notre Dame de la Garde share grand and elaborate architectural features, they reflect markedly divergent societal narratives. Clifton Hall conveys colonial authority and the exploitation of enslaved Africans, whereas Notre Dame de la Garde symbolizes religious devotion and communal resilience and communal cohesion. Lambert, 2011. Both monuments signify social power and cultural identity. However, Clifton Hall stands as a legacy of oppression, while Notre Dame emphasizes spiritual and civic solidarity. Literature review. Monuments serve as what Nora 1989 terms, I quote, sites of memory, end quote, preserving community histories in physical form. Clifton Hall and Notre Dame de la Garde sustain these memories distinctly. Bourdais' 1990 concept of symbolic power elucidates Clifton Hall's role in manifesting colonial dominance, while Foucault 1980 theories on space and power inform our understanding of how Notre Dame shapes religious and civic experiences. Moreover, I, Dr. Gittins, have observed Gittins 2026 intriguing Byzantine links between the two. Clifton Hall's association with Ferdinand Pelagos, a descendant of the last Byzantine emperor, parallels Notre Dame's Neo-Byzantine architectural style. Despite overlapping symbolic motifs, Clifton Hall operates as a private emblem of colonial oversight, whereas Notre Dame fulfills a public spiritual function. Conclusion. In conclusion, both Clifton Hall Great House and Basilica Notre Dame de la Garde transcend mere architectural accomplishment to become enduring markers of cultural identity and historical memory. Clifton Hall reflects Barbados's colonial legacy and the persistent consequences of slavery, while Notre Dame embodies faith, hope, and civic pride in Marseille. Together, these monuments illustrate how architecture encodes societal values and preserves cultural memory. Gittins 2026. Geographically, the shortest air travel distance between Barbados and Marseille measures approximately 6,796 kilometers or 4,223 miles. Distance ND. Furthermore, both sites now exist within virtual spaces, digital environments enabling users globally to interact, collaborate, and engage with content in real time, often replicating actual or imagined circumstances. By transcending geographical boundaries, these virtual representations foster engagement, collaboration, and communication among global audiences. Thank you for joining me for this journey across time and space through architectural wonders. God bless.